What's up, guys? So, yesterday, Marvel had a 5.5 hour live stream, and over the course of that 5.5 hour live stream, they announced the cast of Avengers Doomsday by slowly revealing chairs with the actor's name on the back. Now, I know that all of you guys are aware of that live stream. I know that all of you guys have seen the cast that was announced by now. I'm actually not here to talk about that at all. I'm here to vent and unburden a little bit because the reaction after that was all over makes my blood boil. When it was all said and done, they had announced, I think it was close to 27 different actors. So, 27 different characters that are going to be in this movie. But the only thing that anybody was talking about is who wasn't there. They didn't announce Tom Holland and Jeremy Renner and Mark Ruffalo and Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh my gosh, they didn't confirm Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. And quick side note in regards to Tom Holland, he's going to be filming Spider-Man 4 this summer, while the rest of those guys are filming Avengers Doomsday this summer. There's a very good reason why Tom Holland very likely will not be in this. And it just makes me angry because, and again, I said I just needed to vent. This is truly how I feel. For those folks who are upset about this, who are upset about not getting the characters that they wanted, those people are entitled brats who don't deserve this franchise. Ever since Endgame ended, there has been constant complaining about all the movies after that. These movies feel small, and these movies aren't connected, and nothing is as big as Endgame. And then we're finally getting one that looks like it might be as big as Endgame, or rather, I think of this more as Infinity War, and Secret Wars is going to be the next Endgame. And it still isn't good enough. And that goes to support the theory that I've had for years, where the vitriol that these folks have has gotten out of control to the point where there is nothing that the MCU can do at this point to make these people happy. They're finally giving everybody what they've been asking for, and it still isn't good enough. There was also complaints about how this announcement was made, and what's really disappointing about that is I saw some complaints for some folks who aren't the typical cookie cutter MCU hating chuds, but from folks who actually genuinely do like this stuff but still didn't like the announcement. Oh, it was too long. They didn't need to wait 30 minutes in between names to reveal the next one. They should have just released the 1.5 minute video that they finally put together at the end showing everything. Nobody forced anybody to watch the live stream. I had it running in the background on my iPad while I was sitting here working, and I just kind of had it off to the side. And anytime I would hear music building, I would look over and watch for a couple minutes to see the next name. And then I went about my day, right? Nobody forced anybody to sit here and look at a screen of a chair for 5.5 hours. I guess my point to this whole video is just burn it all down, right? Just burn down all entertainment. I would be willing to give up almost all of my entertainment if it meant that people just didn't have anything to cry about anymore. I'm just sick of it, right? And I'm sorry, this isn't my usual kind of content. You guys know I like to keep it positive here and talk about things I like. But every now and then, something just gets under my skin, and I just need to get it off my chest. If this video makes you mad, if you're one of those folks complaining and you're mad that I called you an entitled brat, I don't care. I grew up in a time when we didn't have stuff like this, so I feel grateful that we're getting anything like this at all. Not all of the MCU movies are great. Will this movie end up being great? I don't know. It might not be, but I'm excited that they're trying. I'm excited that they're building anticipation and they're giving us cool announcements like this. I'm definitely going to be there to see it, and I will form my own opinion of the movie. Just like everybody else complaining, we'll still be there to watch it. You know you will. Stop complaining. I'm just sick of all the negativity. The world sucks right now. In the grand scheme of things, this is just a movie that doesn't really matter at all. It's supposed to be fun. If you don't like it, stop complaining. Find some joy in your life. If these 27 characters aren't enough for you, then maybe you just aren't a Marvel fan anymore. Maybe you're not an MCU fan anymore. And maybe you just need to find something else and let the rest of us who enjoy this stuff continue to enjoy it without listening to you crying all the time.